Naruto 633, viewer comments part 2. Let's go ahead and get started with Secret AFF. I like seeing Sai in here, but he really needed more screen time. Yes, it felt forced in a way, because he literally did nothing. He didn't even launch an attack. I think that Juby is going to be taken care of next chapter. Then we'll switch to Kakashi Obito and finish that up. I'm waiting to see what Orochimaru is up to. As everyone is. People don't trust that guy for good reason. Like I say, he's my favorite villain. I can't wait. Anyway. Okay. Gummy as. Will Sasuke and Naruto show off their full power next chapter? Show all these chump ninja who's boss? Could very well be. Comment. And let's see. Is no good is no goods. What I liked about this chapter was the first page about Naruto and Sasuke being competitive with each other. I couldn't care less about Team 10 power up, blah blah blah. And it seems to me like a sad girl. Every time she gets some screen time, she complains about not being strong enough, blah blah blah, and getting motivation from Naruto, who doesn't even care about her. But it's okay that you support her so much, since you are a Naruhina fan after all. Well, I'm just honest about it. And let's see, I think I'm reading this out of order, but you continue on. Is no good, is no goods. Last page reminded me of the fight between Jiraiya, Tsunade, and Orochimaru back when Naruto was a kid. Can you tell me if Tsunade loved Orochimaru? I mean, I know Jiraiya loved Tsunade, but don't know if Tsunade loved Oro. I think she did in a way, to be honest. I don't know how much of a crush it was, but he was a really smart guy. But that's a distinct possibility. But nothing has really been wrote specifically about it. But I'm glad you brought it up, because if Orochimaru and Tsunade, and then we have some flashback about some relationship they had, that would be a shocker. That would be a shocker, and it wouldn't really derail anything if they when they were young teenagers, if they had some kind of fling. That would be highly entertaining. Wow. I appreciate you bringing that up. That would be hilarious and shocking. Shocking and hilarious. And, of course, very entertaining. There's somebody else I wanted to say. Oh, about me being a... Look, I'm not... I'm just honest about the Naruhina Narasaka thing. And I've even said, I don't know if you saw it, that if Naruto ended up with someone else other than Hinata and Sakura, I would find it absolutely hilarious. And depending on who it was, it could be entertaining. But the thing is Kishimoto doesn't intentionally, he just flirts literally with these whole pairing things. So it's not good for anybody to get too serious about it, regardless. But especially if the author doesn't really give a damn about himself. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But I'm not. I don't think I'm an obnoxious Naruhina fan. I don't feel that way. But anyway, so I really do appreciate the whole thing. But Tsunade, Orochimaru, that would be awesome. Really do appreciate that. All right. Let's see. GTR Master 2000. Nah, Tsunade loved Dan. There wasn't a love triangle going on with them. Just Pervy Sage chasing Tsunade. Yeah, but that was later. Dan was later. Dan was a lot later. Okay? And I think, my understanding of that, he was a lot later. So, I think they were really like adults at that time. She was probably in her 20s, I think. So, of course, then again, her ability to manipulate herself. But anyway, so yeah, I think so. It would be awesome. So anyway, and you heard it here first, by the way, if it happens. You probably heard it here first. Okay, the LT1 runner. Watching someone's possibly Game Cloud review, they were talking about how they wished Minato look different. That Naruto and Bijou, due to the two having different chakra types of the nine tails. One was yin and the other was yang. Well, the bottom left of the page shows the difference. Around the Uzumaki symbol on Minato, the arch symbol's up like a U. On Naruto, the point's down like the upside down U. Oh, interesting observation. I haven't actually looked at that, but that would be pretty cool. So, yeah, really do appreciate your comments. And it feels like I think I read your comment. I've read another one of your comments, I think. Let's see. G. Gorsey. Hey, Rampage, I just have a question. The same animal can be... Oh, okay. This is because I actually wrote a reply to this. The same animal can be summoned at the same time. What I mean is that Sakura and Tsunade both summon slugs. Tsunade has summoned slugs that it should fetch the other Kage to health. It's crazy that Naruto and Sasuke had the same thing, but the chapter was the best. Before I get to what I replied on this, some other people, another reviewer, big time reviewer actually, said that means he just killed Tsunade because he just snatched. But let's remember that I'm probably not going to pronounce this right either. Katsuya, her slug, Tsunade's slug, can be into countless different little versions. Okay, so the idea that it divides into a half or a third or a quarter, I mean, this is nothing. So the idea that her slug can be in different places at different times has happened multiple times in Naruto. So there's just no problem with this. And I basically said that. What I basically said as a comment is I don't think there's any creature can be summoned in two places at the same time unless it has the ability to be in two places at the same time. Katsuyu can do that, but the slug Sakura summon is probably not Katsuyu. So those are my responses to that. It's a really good point. Also, something I think that you kind of alluded to, or some other people are, is the idea that if it is her, or even if it's another slug, that slug could that's been summoned could therefore disperse information and update people, all of us, including in what's going on, and so therefore we may not actually ever go to the Kages. She just may say, they're alive and they're hanging out wherever, drinking bubble tea or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, or green tea or whatever. But anyway, really do appreciate the comments. And where am I on time? I have no clue on this. Okay, doing good, but I'm halfway there. Okay, Batson 112. I'm sure it is Katsuya. The torch has been passed on to the new seinen. Just like Naruto could summon all the other toads when Pervy Sage was still alive, there's just not been a time where they've been apart and both needed to summon said toad at the same time. Alright, appreciate the comments. And let's see. KH Mixer X. I honestly don't think there will be a switch next week. The last few weeks, I expected a switch, and Kishi threw me a curveball and stayed where he was at. You know what? He is going to do whatever in the world he wants to. And the next person, you've explained your name, so I think I'm actually going to say a name correctly. NW Order for Life. Okay. I think Sakura's slug looks new. I doubt Katsuya was summoned away from Tsunade. Hinata just looks so sad as a character. How can I sympathize with someone who gives her all for a person that doesn't even consider her a romantic prospect? Not only that, but all she can do is the 64 palm strikes. Neji surpassed that back in part 1. And Sasuke is supposed to be using Hawk summons since he got rid of Ochiru's curse seal. Kishi needs to explain, by the way. My name is there we go. NW Order for Life. Okay, I actually got this one right, so I feel pretty good about that. So I remembered reading it, so excellent. And no promises next time, though. I may not remember, but I probably will, actually. All right, really do appreciate your comments. And, okay. Justin Soja. Well, actually, what? There was a couple other things. I'll press on from here. Okay, Justin Soda. Well, Neji was said to be a genius. Hinata was said to be a lower than average Hyuga. Although she trained harder than most, making her above average. The curse mark Sasuke had has nothing to do with snake summoning or snakes at all that matter. It was a separate jutsu, and summon Sasuke has never changed as long as he holds a contract. Bingo. With them. The only reason why Sasuke had snake summons in the first place was because Orochimaru shared them with him. There's nothing for me to comment on that. You took care of that perfectly. They signed the contract with these creatures, and bing, that's it. And it's got nothing to do with curse marks and all the rest of it. Awesome. Just so I really do appreciate that. Okay. Okay, continue on from there. I think we're getting close to the end. And actually this is going to work out, I think, even time-wise. Okay, Jazz0114. Just wondering, Sasuke definitely summoned a snake that wasn't Manda. Just the more I think about it, wasn't it like something like around horns? But anyway, since I recall Sasuke actually killing Manda, it looked like Naruto summoned Gamakichi. But what about Sakura? Did she summon Katsuyu? If so, maybe Katsuyu can give an update about Tsunade and the other Kages, which will probably lead the next chapter to switch where the Kages currently are, and if Orochimaru and Karen still unsure about why Suigetsu would stick with them if they actually went to heal the Kage. Now, Suigetsu already put it together, and this has been mentioned several times, just by me alone, that he is so not anywhere near he isn't in survival mode, okay? This guy can't survive hanging with his people, and he put it together, okay? What was it? Monsters, zombies. He can't. So I don't know where he's going to go, but he's hilarious. Like I said, he's someone I just didn't care for much to begin with, but he is funny. Yeah, I had to say he actually is a legitimately funny character for that. So I wouldn't mind him to hang around. Karen, her healing abilities. This has been brought up several times. Could definitely help. That would be interesting. Oh wow, the whole Orochimaru and Tsunade romance. I would love to see that. That would be so freaking funny and sick at the same time. But anyway, okay. Okay, here we go. And this is yet more explained. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and read this. It's kind of what I've said, but put very well here. Justin Soda, I like your theory. Since we know Katsuyu can split herself, it would make sense that when she was helping Tsunade heal the Kages, she was summoned by Sakura and then split in two. One staying behind and one going to Sakura. You're right about Manda, since he died by Deidre's explosion, and it's definitely Gamakachi. As for Suigetsu staying, the only two things can think of are: one, he's just going along for the ride; two, he wants to find the Mizukage so that he can find Chichiro to get his sword. Appreciate the comments. Awesome. And I really love the way, I have to say, the ability for many people to be really concise and get everything on here is just so helpful. I really do appreciate it. Really do appreciate the comments. Justin Soda. Okay, Jazz 0114. I like the second prediction about Suigetsu. He doesn't have the Executioner's Blade anymore, does he? He'll need something to fight with. I don't know. I think, like I say, except for comedic humor, I don't think that he's. We have so many characters. What's Suigetsu gonna freaking do? Are you kidding me? I just don't see him really being anything more than comic relief. But anyway. And you only have a few comments left. Okay, Trentflow Manga. I agree. Next week's chapter includes a transition in the middle. You were the comment that gave me the idea about that it would be a good thing in the middle, which I think I did mention already. Or near the beginning, but Yamamoto, Kabuto are more than pawns in the upcoming events about the Kage's battle. First, they're in dire straits, if not already healed up. Is it too soon for them to show up? Is it, to me, that I see the Jubi breaking free before transformation, but if the Sage of Six Paths is father of ninjutsu, think it's possible for him to have stored himself inside each tailed beast or Orochimaru or Enko, right? In some way is it possible? Sure, there's probably a whole bunch of different ways that he was a genius. You could simply go, okay, he's a genius. All right, and he invented it all. He would know. Who else would know more than him? So that would be extremely easy. Of course, then again, you would have to, okay, what's he doing? I think that he'll be there for the final splitting when they're split correctly, and then his last essence will be gone or whatever. I think that could easily happen. But anyway, I really do appreciate your comments. And let's see, Cheat 20 Jack. Who wants to bet that we switch to Obi Kakashi? I hope not, but it'd be pretty funny. All right. I mean, that's I would really like to see that resolve, but I just don't want to hear Obito's voice. Anyway, Denasius and Salem. I think that Orochimaru is not at the battlefield because he is probably resurrecting the Sage of Six Paths using the tablet stone for the Sage to save the day. Or my guess is that Orochimaru wants to be immortal and learn all the jutsus, which was his original thing. So, I can't wait. I just know that he's got some awesome evil stuff to go on. He knows too much. He's been hanging it. He's waiting for something. Okay? Right? He's simply... all this crazy stuff is going to happen. It's going to open up his opportunities to do something. You just know it's going to happen. I cannot wait. All right. And the last comment for this week is Armin Gregorian. Now it's just the remake of the Hashirama Childhood. Back then, Madara became good and wanted to become Hokage, but everyone hated him, and then when he didn't become Hokage, he became bad again. Sasuke is going to do the same thing. It does look that way, although I wouldn't mind a twist to make it a little more interesting, but that is the way it looks. It does seem like a common thing. So what's going to break that? What makes it interesting? All right, like I say, I enjoy doing this. I'll go ahead and close this up. Those are the last comments. It's so much fun to me. It's so much fun to have people that enjoy, legitimate fans, right? The trolls go somewhere else, and we fans can sit here, just enjoy the manga, and just it's freaking awesome. I appreciate everyone's efforts to give their thoughts, to make their predictions, to put themselves out there. You know, for so many people that read the manga, that watch review videos, right? There's only a small group of people that step up and say, you know what? Here are my viewpoints. Here are my predictions. This is what I think. And I appreciate you for stepping up and doing that. I absolutely think you're all awesome. You make my week much better. And between Naruto and your comments, okay, it's fantastic. Thank you very much. All right, that's going to go ahead and close out this week's, right? We're getting closer to the end of the series, which is exciting to get the answers, and kind of sad because once it's over, it's over. So enjoy it while it's here, people. This is an old person giving, you know, some people older than me, but a lot of people are younger. Enjoy it while it lasts. Enjoy it while it's here because, like I say, when it's gone, it's gone. Anyone can be an anime fan. Anyone can be an anime fan. You can always subscribe. You can always unsubscribe. You can do anything you want to. Until next time, take care.